how to learn a language effectively and become fluent in 6 months or less. This is a daily routine that I have used myself many times and I have used with my clients over and over again to achieve fluency for myself and for them. And I'm going to share it with you. It's very simple. You just have to do it consistently. Do this every single day. And in 6 months, less than 6 months, in 3 to 4 months, you probably already understand and speak really well. Uh, it's very simple. Yeah. Basically, what you need to do is memorize 50 words with associations every day. Start with the most common words, the list of the most common verbs, nouns, and adjectives, and associate 50 of them every single day. You know how to do associations. And if you don't know how to do associations, go watch my tutorials. It's the best way to memorize vocabulary quickly. You memorize 50 new ones and you quickly review the old ones. That's spaced repetition. You will not need to review all of them every time. Yeah. After doing it for a few weeks, the first few hundred, you'll remember them easily. But yeah, memorize 50 new words with associations and review the last week or so worth of words. Then listening input. One of the reasons why you will not need to do too much reviewing is because if you're memorizing 50 words a day and you're listening to the language 1 or 2 hours a day, and it's not that hard to listen to the language 1 or 2 hours a day, just put on some podcast while you are working out, going to work, driving, going for runs, doing chores at home, things like that. Just play the radio or some podcast and have it in the background. You don't need to pay attention all the time. You can zone out occasionally, and you can, even if you don't understand much in the beginning, just keep doing it. Uh, the beauty of this system is that those 50 words that you memorize with mnemonic associations, you will keep hearing them, especially if you start with the most common ones. If you start with the most common words, you'll keep hearing them in context when you're listening. So you'll recognize them and you'll remember them after hearing them a few times in context. So associations plus listening, it's the formula for success when it comes to understanding foreign language. Yeah, memorize 50 new words, quickly review the previous 50 or the previous couple hundred. Uh, just like just glance at them. You don't have to associate them again or repeat them aloud or anything like that. Memorize 50, quick review of the previous ones, and listen. And every day you'll realize, you notice that you understand a lot more when you're reading, when you're listening. Sorry. The next thing you need to do. So this is for comprehension, right? Just do these two exercises, and in a few weeks you'll understand a lot. But then you need to speak as well. And for speaking, you need to do mostly two things. One is take a long list of sentences, either Glossica or Tatoeba or something like that, or you could use YouTube videos as well. And you listen and repeat like 10 minutes worth of listening and repeating. Do as many of them as you can. Just listen to them and repeat after, trying to sound as close as possible to them. This will improve your fluency and your pronunciation. Also, your accuracy. You'll make fewer mistakes when you speak if you got used to repeating entire sentences. Like if you get used to repeating full sentences aloud, your speaking will be much more fluid, and also you make you struggle less to form sentences, and your sentences will be grammatically correct most of the time. Good pronunciation as well, thanks to this, if you pay attention to detail. Also, if you doing the previous point, if you're doing the daily listening, an hour a day, a couple hours a day of just casual listening, your listening and repeating will be much easier because you'll be used to the pronunciation. So your pronunciation will get much better. Yeah. And finally, language islands. If you don't know what language islands are, a language island is a group of sentences about a specific topic or for a specific situation that you prepare. So you prepare them, write about a specific topic, conversation topic, a situation, whatever. You've got a long list in the course. You get the link in the description, and you translate it into the language, create an audio file, and you add it to the listening materials and you listen to your own sentences translated, plus you repeat those sentences aloud a few times, and you review the previous language islands. A language island should be 20 to 30 sentences, more or less. Sometimes they can be shorter, sometimes they can be much longer, but yeah, like a couple dozen sentences is good. And then you review the older ones. You review them by listening to them. You add them to a playlist, and every day you write 20 or 30 more uh, audio sentences to the list. Yeah, so in a few weeks you have hundreds of sentences that you've prepared, that you've been listening to, and that you've memorized for speaking. And at the end of the 6 month period, if you've been doing this, all of these exercises consistently, you'll be able to one understand pretty much everything. You'll know thousands of words. You understand pretty much everything. You will have done so much drilling in terms of listening and repeating sentences aloud that you'll be able to say thousands of sentences. Like you will have memorized thousands of sentences by heart, and you will be able to talk about pretty much anything if you did your language islands correctly, right? So I hope you found this useful, and if you want more information, you can check my course in the my free course in the description.